Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of celebrities who have landed themselves behind bars. Once protected by fame and fortune, these stars are now facing the harsh reality of their actions. From minor missteps to major scandals, let's take a look at who's doing time and why. Tammy Lynn Sytch, widely known by her ring name Sunny in the world of professional wrestling, was a highly prominent figure in sports entertainment during the 1990s. With her captivating beauty, confidence, and exceptional performance skills, she left an indelible mark on the history of the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, and is considered an icon of the transitional period between wrestling eras. However, after her peak years, Tammy Lynn Sytch's life became entangled in a series of scandals, primarily related to addiction and legal troubles. The most severe scandal in Tammy Lynn Sytch's life occurred in 2022. While intoxicated, Sytch was driving a 2012 Mercedes at high speed on US Route 1. She rear-ended a 2013 Kia Sorento stopped at a traffic light, causing the Kia to collide with a 2011 GMC Yukon ahead of it. The driver of the Kia, 75-year-old Julian Laster, suffered severe injuries and later died in the hospital. Police reported that Sytch's blood alcohol concentration ranged from 0.32 to 0.36 after the crash, more than 4 times Florida's legal limit of 0.08. Additionally, she was driving with a suspended license, and an unopened bottle of vodka was found in her vehicle, along with traces of marijuana in her system. This was not her first DUI offense. Her record showed at least 6 prior arrests for the same charge. Following the accident, Sytch was arrested on May 6, 2022, and charged with 8 counts including DUI manslaughter, driving with a suspended license causing death, 4 counts of DUI causing injury to others, and 2 counts of DUI causing property damage. She was initially released on a $227,500 bail, but prosecutors later requested its revocation, arguing that she posed a danger to the community. The court agreed, and she has been in custody since May 2022. In August 2023, Sytch pleaded no contest to the charges, waiving her right to a jury trial. Her sentencing hearing took place on November 27, 2023, in Daytona Beach, Florida. During the hearing, Sytch expressed remorse, stating that she thinks about the victim's family every day and wished she had been the one injured instead of Lassiter. She also cited the death of Chris Candido as a factor that led her into depression and self-medication with alcohol. However, Judge Karen Foxman remarked that Sytch's horrific history of drunk driving did not warrant leniency. The prosecution dubbed her death on wheels, emphasizing that the crash was an inevitable consequence of her repeated behavior. As a result, Sytch was sentenced to 17 years and 6 months in prison, followed by 8 years of probation. Accounting for 566 days already served, her projected release date is December 22, 2039, when she will be 67 years old. After sentencing, Sytch was transferred to Lowell Correctional Institution in Ocala, Florida. In May 2024, she told TMZ Sports that she was suffering from a blood clot in her left leg, rendering her nearly unable to walk. She accused prison staff of delaying treatment, though she was eventually given blood thinners. Sytch expressed fear that she might die from the clot, similar to Chris Candido's death, if she did not receive adequate medical care. From a shining WWE star, Tammy Lynn Sytch descended into a spiral of addiction, crime, and personal tragedy. The 2022 crash not only ended her freedom, but also left an indelible scar on the victim's family. Her story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of drunk driving and the downfall of someone once at the height of fame. Though once honored in the WWE Hall of Fame, Sytch's legacy is now tied to irreparable mistakes. Robert Downey Jr., born on April 4, 1965 in New York, was once one of Hollywood's brightest young talents. With sparkling eyes and innate acting ability, He quickly rose to fame through films like Less Than Zero in 1987 and Chaplin in 1992, a role that earned him an Oscar nomination. Before becoming Iron Man, Downey was seen as the golden boy of the film industry, someone capable of reaching any height. But behind that glamour lay a dark story, a scandal that shocked the world. Robert Downey Jr.'s life was overshadowed by darkness from a young age. His father, Robert Downey Sr., a talented but drug-addicted director, introduced him to marijuana when he was just 6 years old. This planted the seed for troubles to come. As his career took off, Downey faced not only the pressures of fame, but also a downward spiral into cocaine, heroin, and alcohol. These temptations gradually turned him from a promising star into an uncontrollable wreck. The breaking point came in 1996 when Robert Downey Jr. was pulled over by Los Angeles police on Sunset Boulevard. Drunk and speeding, he was searched, and officers found cocaine, heroin, and an unregistered .357 Magnum handgun in his car. Downey was arrested on the spot, but the saga didn't end there. Just weeks later, he stunned the world again by breaking into a neighbor's house while intoxicated, falling asleep on their bed without realizing it. The image of a Hollywood star was now tied to crime. After his 1996 arrest, Downey was released on probation, but he couldn't break free from drugs. He repeatedly skipped mandatory drug tests and tested positive for banned substances. In 1997, the court lost patience and sentenced him to 180 days in jail. It was the first time Downey experienced life behind bars, but it was only a precursor to a harsher punishment. The public began losing faith, and Hollywood started turning its back on him. In 1999, after missing yet another drug test, Robert Downey Jr. faced his most severe consequence. In a California courtroom, the judge sentenced him to 3 years in prison at the California State Prison in Corcoran, a notorious facility for serious offenders. He began serving his sentence in August 1999, enduring isolation and the brutal challenges of prison life. After more than a year, he was released in August 2000 for good behavior, but the stain on his career lingered. The scandal and imprisonment of Robert Downey Jr. sent shockwaves through Hollywood. He had once been a great hope, someone who could shape the future of cinema. But this scandal destroyed everything. Film contracts were canceled, producers distanced themselves, and his reputation hit rock bottom. The public was both shocked and disappointed to see a talent ruined by his own hand. Many believed Downey would never reclaim his former glory. But Robert Downey Jr. didn't give up. After his release, he embarked on a serious journey of rehabilitation in 2003. Slowly, he rebuilt trust with roles in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in 2005 and Zodiac in 2007. The pinnacle came in 2008 when he transformed into Tony Stark in Iron Man, a film that launched a new era for Marvel. From a prisoner, Downey became a global icon, earning hundreds of millions of dollars and the adoration of millions of fans. Robert Downey Jr.'s story is a dramatic journey, from a shining star who fell into the depths of addiction and incarceration, only to rise again as a Hollywood hero. The 1996 scandal and 1999 prison sentence were not just stains. They were costly lessons that shaped who he became. Today, when people mention Downey, they don't just recall his mistakes, but also his stunning comeback, proof that a person can rise from the ashes stronger than ever.